Before Layne Staley ever stepped behind the mic to sing Ring Them Bells with Heart, there was another name, another Seattle legend, Chris Cornell. Ann Wilson, the powerhouse voice of Heart and a mentor to the grunge generation, had a vision to reimagine Bob Dylan's classic as a haunting duet, with a voice that could hold both fire and fragility. She called Chris, and he said yes. Chris Cornell came into the studio. He recorded his part, his signature soaring, aching tone layered with Ann's, and it was everything they imagined. But just as fast as it came together, it unraveled. His management stepped in. They didn't want him associated with the project. No clear reason, just industry politics, decisions made behind closed doors. The Cornell version of Ring Them Bells, shelved, vaulted, never released. Ann Wilson later confirmed. We got a copy of Chris singing. It sounded amazing, but we weren't allowed to use it. Maybe someday it'll be released from the vault. And so fate opened another door. They reached out to Layne Staley, only 25 years old, already an icon, and already burning out. But in that moment, he rose to the occasion. Layne stepped into the studio with Ann and Nancy Wilson. And what he gave them wasn't just a vocal. It was a confession wrapped in melody, a performance that trembled with vulnerability and wounded beauty. He didn't just sing Ring Them Bells, he lived it. Ann later reflected, Layne brought something entirely different. You could feel the pain in his voice. It was real. This song could have been a Cornell-Hart collaboration, but because of that twist of fate, it became a Layne Staley time capsule, one of his last known guest appearances before he disappeared from the public eye. And now, as promised, you're about to hear some Ann and Layne. So part of the song that made it onto Desire Walks On, Layne Staley and Ann Wilson's soul-crushing rendition of Ring Them Bells. But just imagine, what if Chris Cornell's version saw the light of day? What if there's still a lost vocal waiting behind studio walls? Hit that like and subscribe, because stories like these don't stay hidden forever.
There's one for the